Lake launching.
Let's launch Nintendo into the sun.
And you can launch 9800 X3D right into your system. It's gonna go faster. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're gonna be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this October 7th, 2024. It's a Monday.
Yo.
Look at us go. Welcome back to Hot News. We took a much needed break after the charity stream. We did a 6-day, 21-hour charity live stream where we raised over $50,000 for SYNGAP Research Fund. So big ups to everybody who participated, but it was tough. Those last few hours.
I was tired.
It was bad.
It was, that was rough.
But we had amazing moments. If you got to watch the stream at all, I hope that you can share about your favorite moments down below in the comments. But we had 4-guy pies and a pickle dog minion. We also had I'm Now Scared while Michael waxed Kyler. And then we also, this is the moment that we hit $50,000, passing our 100% goal. I am dressed up as a Jonkler Wario. Never thought I would be that type of get up in my day, but it was a huge amount of fun. It took a lot out of us. That was
we needed the break.
We did need the break, so thank you for pardoning our absence. It's the first break that I've taken in a long, long time.
It's been a while.
But we have no breaks when it comes to the launching of new processors because Arrow Lake, allegedly, people are getting briefed on it today. Reviewers, influencers, people who are going to be talking about the Core Ultra 200 Arrow Lake chips, they're getting a pre-launch press briefing today with Robert Howlick and Roger Chandler. I met Robert Howlick at Taiwan.
Cool guy.
I had dinner next to him.
I never met him.
He is a cool guy, but I'm not involved in this. And then public announcement will be this coming Thursday, where they're going to say, hey, we have it. And then allegedly release and review embargo will be October 24th, which will be into following Thursdays. So Arrow Lake happening. New processors incoming.
Surprising.
Prepare. Is it really?
No.
No, this thing should have launched in Q4 of last year.
Yeah, more like surprise.
Surprise, it's here. But in case you want to prep your system for new CPUs, you should check out today's video sponsor, Jawa, because you can pretty much trade in anything nowadays. Cars, phones, laptops, the list goes on. So why can't you trade in your PC parts? Oh, you can? With today's video sponsor, Jawa? That's great news. In case you didn't already know, Jawa has had a GPU trade-in program for some time now, making it fast and easy for you to either get cash for your older cards or put that value towards an upgrade. And as PCs go, it's kind of hard to get anywhere with just a GPU. So Jawa decided, let's make a quick, convenient, and easy way for people to get new CPUs. Simply enter some basic info about your processor, and like that, you have a quote from Jawa that you can either cash out securely via PayPal, or you can put that balance towards one of the many CPUs Jawa has to offer. Accepting most AIM-4 and LGA 1200 CPUs means that Jawa is keeping this program as inclusive as possible so you can keep your upgrade costs down. Jawa already makes it super affordable to upgrade, but this makes their already great prices even better. They also worked hard to make sure this is a streamlined and simple process so you can upgrade without delays or have cash in your pocket fast. See what you can turn your old CPU and GPU combo into by checking out Jawa at the link in the video description. Big thank you to Jawa for sponsoring today's video. But in case we're talking about older processors, 13th and 14th gen, guess what, Reece? They're finally fixed.
They are?
Finally for reals this time.
For realsies.
For realsies this time, there was a new microcode update that came out, 0x12b, that Intel is confirming is the final root issue fix. It does something to the voltage minimum shift, and now it's addressed. Now your 13th and 14th gen CPUs are no longer problematic if you fully upgrade them.
Hooray, stability.
Over 6 months this took.
It's been a while. 6 months already.
Okay. It was April of this year when Tekken 8 players had a tournament where like their Intel systems were bugging out, and then that finally got the ball rolling on the investigation. But people had been reporting that they've had instability for months before that. It was just like finally the flashpoint to make Intel actually do something, and it took them 6 months to resolve it. Arrow Lake's coming out. Hopefully this gets people to trust Intel a little bit more.
Fingers crossed.
But in case you were already unstable, you already had problems, Intel doesn't have a way to detect that. They have to like manually test every processor.
No.
There's no tool that they've been able to develop in order to check whether or not your chip is broken, and so you kind of just have to send it in and have them take a look if you suspect that your chip has a problem. I've been hearing more and more positive reports about the Intel customer support experience. There were a few like hiccups at the beginning. There were a few stock shortages that were mentioned, but it seems like a lot of that's getting alleviated as time's been going on. So if you have one of these chips, get them fixed.
Hope you guys don't have any downtime.
We did.
We did.
Do you remember how to do deals?
I don't.
Okay, get back over here. Yeah, no, how did that happen?
I don't know, but we're here. What's up? Welcome back to UFD Deals, bringing the hottest tech deals out on the internet. I still remember how to say that.
Is this how you look at me? Like,
Yeah.
Like the angle up?
Keep going down.
Sorry. All right. Ow.
What was that?
I hit something.
And hey, first up today we have the Elgato Stream Deck Neo in white, going for only $60.99, making it $39 off. And honestly, I might pick up one of these before I leave.
Is that why you grunted like that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's the price point where you're going to purchase.
I've already got a white Stream Deck.
Steam Deck?
Stream Deck.
Whatever.
Ah! Ah!
I screwed up.
And this
Sorry.
might be like the perfect one to just add to my desk. I love these things. But then next up we have the AMD Ryzen 7 5700X3D, going for only $195 with included promo code, making it $54 off.
It's not bad. That's a good price. $195 under 200 though. 8 cores. Let's go.
And then lastly, we have this XFX Speedster Merc 319. It's AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT graphics card, going for $449.99, making it $90 off.
That's a cheap price.
And hey, with that, the deals are done. You can find these and more linked in the video description down below. But until next time, I hand you off back to Brett for the rest of your hot news. I still remembered how to do it.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Can we-
Well, Reece, bad deals if you care about anything that Nintendo has ever touched. I've been investigating this for a little bit. Nintendo has been on a warpath lately.
Oh, lately, yeah.
We didn't really talk about it, but they are suing Palworld for, is it trademark or copyright infringement? Infringement of some kind.
Yeah.
Then, additionally, they've been actively issuing DMCA takedowns on Twitter for AI-generated stuff of theirs. Like, at first, Grok was able to, like, do all the weird Mario stuff, but now they're actively getting around to it.
Not anymore.
Then there's the YouTubers who are getting taken down because of the MIG Switch videos, which is very similar to what we did when we put Android on the Nintendo Switch and we got taken down.
That was a bad time.
And then the latest in all of this is that they finally got to Ryujinx, which is a Switch emulator. It has been taken down. An open source emulator not going to be available on the market. This comes after Yuzu, the emulator, got taken down earlier this year. They got caught posting things in their Discord like pirate all the games. Woo!
Yeah,
And
shouldn't have done that.
when Nintendo threatened them with legal action, they caved very heavily. But at that time, I remember a lot of people, I was kind of on the internet everywhere at that moment, where people were like, Ryujinx is fine. It's never going to get
good.
touched. It does everything above board. It's also open source, so it's going to be okay. Well, Nintendo went to them directly, and they came to an agreement to stop working on the project, remove the organization, and all related assets that they're in control of. So it's gone. Ryujinx is, I mean, it'll still live on via some open source like forks, and some people can kind of keep it going, but just like with Yuzu, it doesn't have the same muster with all of that. But one of the suspicions with all of this is that, well, a Switch emulator, Reece, what does that do very well?
Emulate Switch games?
It runs Switch games, right?
Yeah.
So, Nintendo's getting ready to release something that's also really good at playing Switch games at a
might be
higher
onto
resolution and a faster frame rate, just like an emulator would do. So they're busy working on making sure that they have tight control everything as they're getting ready to launch the Switch 2, which is expected to have something like PS4, PS4 Pro level performance for games that now could probably run at 60 FPS. So, rip Ryujinx. I saw this coming. I suspicioned that it was going to happen at some point.
No one escapes Nintendo's lawyers.
I'm sure there was some legal threat somewhere where they popped up and they're like, hey, so we got multiple ways of resolving this. Either you can take our money and go away. It's good for everybody. Or we could just drown you in legal fees. We know we won't win. It doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, I get it. But you know what's not going to keep going? High-end Nvidia GPUs right now. The RTX 4080 Super and above discontinued as we get ready for the RTX 50 series launch. This is being confirmed by multiple different channels, whether it's board partner channels or even retailers saying that the 4090 can't actually have orders being placed with major distributors for them because the stock's drying up. We're getting ready for the 5090, 5080, something like that.
Gotta
Probably.
make space.
Yeah, make space for the new stuff. We got new CPUs incoming. We got new GPUs incoming. And we talked about in the last episode of Hot News that AMD was moving forward the launch of the 9800X 3D. Now we got benchmarks.
Ooh, they come out?
We only had to wait a week. Take a week off, now there's 9800X 3D benchmarks. And they're fast! Who would have suspected? So these are the Cinebench R23 scores, not the gaming scores, especially because they're X3D chips. You can't super translate CPU synthetic benchmarks to gaming. But what you can do is compare it to its previous X3D.
Yes.
Okay, so comparing it to the 9700X, not gonna make a lot of sense. Comparing it to the 7800X 3D, we get some sort of general idea.
Yeah.
So 9800X 3D and 9950X 3D both benchmarked. And what we see is that the 9800X 3D is roughly the same in single core performance, but definitely better than the 9700X. That could be due to higher TDP and power draw and all of that, because there's not really a lot known about what settings these were tested at. But if you compare it to the 7800X 3D, you're at a 20 to 28% increase,
nice
whether it's
jump.
single or multi-core, which is going to be huge for gaming. 9950X 3D, not as drastic. It's about 10 to 13%, but still looking very performant, very good. These are big numbers. 9800X 3D being 20% faster in single core than the 7800X 3D boasts very well for everybody who said, I'm not buying the 9700X, and then bullied AMD into releasing it early.
Hooray!
You did it! You made no sales happen, and so they changed their actions. We got Nvidia to do that with the 4080 Super, price drop on that, and now we're getting AMD to do it by giving us new CPUs early. Keep not buying their stuff.
Good job, guys.
Move along.
Yeah.
Speaking of good job to you, let's see if you did a good job in the comments on Thursday back last week episode of Hot News, because we had Community Day, so we didn't do a Friday episode, and then we took a break once. Anyways, over on Floatplane, Kryptonite saying, I'm sure you had your reasons, but next year, can you do Community Day on Friday? The reason was that Resonine Esports, which was the esports lounge that we had the event at, their biggest days are the weekends.
Yeah.
So for us coming in as a charity and working with them and them donating the space to us partially, it made it so that we didn't want to interfere with their biggest days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday were out of the question. If we wanted to pay full price, we absolutely could have reserved Friday, but I tried to minimize my budget, I'll tell you that much. But then over on YouTube, we got GV100 Blitz saying it would be very AMD to release the 9800X 3D first if the 9900 and 9950 were better. LOL, imagine they have two X3 CCDs, zero core porting issues. Yeah, I agree. It does make sense, but also I think even if they release them at the same time, most people wouldn't be buying the Ryzen 9s because they're just gonna be pricier. Then Sid Liv saying, have a great community day. Wish I could attend, but a bit outside my driving zone. Keep up the good work for your son and everyone who has this rare disease. Community day was a blast.
It was fun.
It was so good
so
to
much
have
fun.
everybody out. We got to play games together. We built a PC. We had trivia. We had a ton of giveaways.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the heck out of that day.
Yeah, it was nice to meet up with everyone, chat, and if we do another charity stream that is local next year, I would want to have another community day.
Definitely.
I don't know, this year took a lot out of me. So like, we've done five years in a row. Maybe we skip the sixth. I don't know. I'm talking early because I'm tired and exhausted.
We're still tired.
Yeah,
we'll
see. We'll see what the plans are next year. But Nicholas saying, Meta wants to get on your face. Reece 2024.
And I stand by this message.
He does. Spectra saying, is everything all right? It's been over a week and you haven't posted. Never seen this before. I hope you guys are okay.
We was napping.
We have never done this before.
Yeah.
I've not ever said, okay, we're just gonna be done. Like, usually what happens after like the Cannonball, the charity stream, is I tell everybody, take your break. I'm gonna keep working. This year I was like, no, I'm gonna rest too. And I did. And so we did not release for a week. And I'm happy about it. I'm proud of us. We've come very far. We survived. Things are okay. Channel hasn't burnt down. We're still, our videos are still getting views. We're fine. A little rest does us good. Then Jan Octe saying, as a Southern Ohio resident, I cannot in all good consciousness step foot into Pittsburgh, but I very much hope your community day goes well.
This is like a rivalry thing I'm not aware of.
I've never once thought of Southern Ohio, so I couldn't tell you. I don't have a rivalry with them, so it must be one-sided.
I don't even know who you are.
Your loss. It was fun. And then Blade Crew saying, Reece ain't tired. Give that man chili biltong and he is up and jumping around.
I have so many messages I'm approving today.
Yeah. Oh man, chili sticks. Ooh.
Yeah.
Remember when we would go to the local spar?
The spar. Oh man.
We'd go to the Huncliffe Spar and just pick up some chili sticks like once a month.
Yeah. It was a treat.
It was like payday, right?
Yeah. It was a payday tradition. It was a treat. It was good.
Man. Oh man, now I'm sad. Now I
gonna
need
have
some
those.
Switch.
I'm gonna have those.
And soft gums and Burry and Hash Brown Stack and Rocco Mamas.
All good.
All right, I'm gonna go cry now. See you guys back here for hot news tomorrow.